Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and I'm hoping you guys are doing really well, sending you lots of love as always, big hugs. So today I want to read on how Summer Zervos will do in her lawsuit against Trump. I guess it's a defamation lawsuit. I don't know. I think she's asking for damages as well, but anyway, she's allegedly, which we know it's true, right? She's saying that he's lied. He has been lying against her, sexual assault charges, which were done years ago, I guess, when she worked on The Apprentice. So anyway, let me drop the camera down and we'll see what the cards reveal. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm going to start out with Poppy Palin's Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And I have purposely left the cards, or made sure they were all upright. Just because, I was tuning into this deck as I was shuffling, and I had this weird, kind of just inkling, I guess it was some kind of guidance, telling me that she didn't create these images in in a way that is meant to be used in reversals. So I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to use her deck, I will just, because they are, the images are like very, there's not a lot of leeway with the artwork. It's like there's a point and here it is, right? So I'm going to start off with this deck, and then I will use the I'll use the Kipper because, of course we'll see legal ramifications come through with that deck, I think, the most strongly. So yeah, so this is coming from Summer Zervos' side. How will she do in her lawsuit against Trump? Yeah, so we have to remember that, it's E.G. and Carol that has like the dress that has DNA on it. She just couldn't get Trump to surrender, his DNA. And that may be happening in the future. But with Summer Zervos, she had a court hearing, and I guess they instructed the attorneys for Trump and her to complete some discovery phase by December 23rd. So that would be, the depositions for both of them, or from both of them. And so, we may hear something about this by Christmas, right? But anyway, she filed the lawsuit in 2017 and accused him of defamation when he denied that, denied her accusation of sexual assault, and he called he called her a liar. So that's why she's suing him. So how will she do in this lawsuit? These cards are huge. Okay, right here. I'm going to take 2 off the bottom for later. And I think I can only fit about 5 cards here in the frame, and that should do it. And then we'll move on to the Kipper. Okay, so remember, this is coming from her point of view, only for her life experience only. How will she do? Summer Zervos. Whoops. Well, I guess I have to take this one too. Hold on. I will see what will fit here. I might have to just bring them in stages. Okay, so here's what we have. And then, of course, I have the 2 off the bottom over here. Okay. And then this one came out. Oh, of course. See what I'm talking about? There is no getting around that image, right? There is no getting around that image. I mean, right there, Exhibit A, we're in, King of Swords. We're in law. We're in the courtroom. We're actually in the courtroom with the attorneys, presenting the case to the judge or judges. But anyway, let's get into these cards. So here's our theme. She's taken full self-responsibility with the Eight of Cups, and it's been painful, and she can't do anything more, but she's no longer in that realm of stuffing things down and doing it anyway. And emotionally, she's taking her power. We've got this red cape or red jacket. She's taking her power and she's leaving. She's literally going. That's why I love these cards. She's going on another path. She's taking a new way. And she has, in this deck, there's these little sprites all over the place. So she's going on a new adventure that is emotionally fulfilling. The moon here, the full moon, is guiding her, illuminating her path. And she has all these little guides to help her on a new life. So this is her theme. This is like, this finally, this is done because I can't stay in this anymore. That's where she's coming from. With the Magician, the Magician has everything to do with leadership and developing something and being very ambitious, and it is a card of manifesting. So she has taken a lot of work, a lot of willpower, a lot of, just everything she has inside of herself, and she has all the tools in order to see this through. And then with the Queen of Cups, I think she's probably had a lot of nurturing and support, and I think she's gone through a lot of therapy, is what I'm hearing. And she's been healing. She's been healing. She's been loyal to herself, and she's been healing. And then, here's our theme, the Eight of Cups. We've already addressed that. But then with the Seven of Coins, well, obviously here she'll be offered a settlement. She will be offered a settlement. Might be something even before the deposition and out of court. He may come to her, or his attorneys may come to her and say, okay, give us a number. What do you want? So this is how it's going to go. And then the Empress. The Empress might say, add a few more zeros, dude. Right? Because I gotcha. And all she ever wanted was just to call him out on the fact that he's a big fat liar. And we all know he's a big fat liar. I mean, in his presidency, what did they have? I think they had clocked up over 30,000 lies. And they weren't the same ones over and over again. They were all different. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is the card of abundance. Major abundance, well-being, nurturing. It's just perfect. The happy family, joyful reception. Yeah. Now, the card that came through, of course, with the King of Blades, we can't ignore that because this is, being in the law. And then the other two cards that came through, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant has the rules, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So with the Hierophant, we're in that realm of fulfillment, of getting, Ten of Cups is the fulfillment. With the Hierophant, we're in that realm of the rules, the laws, you have to conform to. There's commitment there. There's major commitment. So somehow or another, she will have, because this is the way it's going to go for her, by the law, she will have some commitment to getting what she wants and being able to move on. Excellent. I love seeing that. Okay, so let me go with just a double check and get it from a different point of view. I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper. And let's see how this goes. How will Summer Zervos do in her lawsuit against Trump? In this defamation lawsuit. She's basically saying, dude, you don't get to call me a liar because I told the truth. her and how many others. There's the on last Sunday's live stream with Debbie and Lisa, from Nasty Women Tarot, we had a question presented to us from remember the 13-year-old gal, Heather or something, who's now 40. She's suing him. So, yay. Healing has come through for these women. And they're not taking it anymore. Okay, let me get back to Summer. Summer Zervos. How will this defamation lawsuit against Trump go? All right. Okay, there's success there. Ooh. Wow. I think this is bringing in elements that he's going through. I don't know that he will be imprisoned, but there is some limitation, some restriction there. So, but let's see, because this is how will it go for her? But it's against him, so how it goes for her will affect him. You gotta always flip it around and ask how it's going to go for him. We could do that next. Okay, so with the theme here as this Hope Great Water, Distant Horizons in Chiro's deck, I'm sorry. Well, this has to do with her longing, her vision, her opening up her mind to look at things in a new way. And it could also be that in the future there will be some gift that comes through. But this is, remember the card we had for we had the Ten of Cups, and what else did we have? Hold on. It was that one that made me realize. Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups, that had the Empress, this one right here, the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Coins. That to me told me that, just look at that. That told me the offer. So here it is, that's confirming. And it knights up here to the Lovers and the Pathway card, which can take some time. That's a darn problem with him. It's like if you're expecting money from him, it's like, get in line, man. Get in line. So anyway, this card brings in success. It brings in getting something back that was taken from you sometimes, and other times it's just the end of problems. But this affected her on the heart level. Can you just imagine him? Because remember what he said back in, was it 2005 with that Access Hollywood tape that was released? Like, if that shouldn't have done it for all voters, it's like, the heck with them, because to stuff something like that down and vote for that guy on top of that, wow. Yeah. I unfriended a lot of Facebook friends over that one. So, but anyway, just remember what he did, what he said. If you're a star, you don't have to wait. You can just, you can just move right ahead, start kissing him, and then what else he said, right? You can bet that he was doing that, a whole lot of that, when she worked for him, in The Apprentice. Or when she was on The Apprentice, when she was one of the contestants on The Apprentice. You could bet he did it to any woman he felt like doing it to, because that's his MO. This is who this man has been all these years. So there's success, but it comes with a painful ending. There's something reduced here. I think that there's success in bringing out secrets from the past. And of course, they're his secrets. And something he can't get out of, and she's been stuck in for all these years. So there's that. And it ends, I don't think this has anything to do with her relationship. I think, or I'm sorry, reputation. I think this has to do with his reputation. I think it's a painful ending where she's had it locked up inside of her for all these years. I mean, you know, from 2017 to now, that's a long time. And she filed it in 2017. Who knows when it happened, right? I don't even know what year it was on The Apprentice. I never watched that stupid show. Anyway, a successful ending, albeit painful, but something's reduced. It could be that this restriction is now over and clear, and she's more, I think she's more healthy in her soul because of it. Yes, he does offer her, he offers her money to settle. But there's some ending to his reputation is what I think. But I'll look at it from his angle too. I'm going to have to. But if you look up here at this card, is this her mulling it over, or is it him? You know, I'm asking how it will go for her. Well, she could have him mulling it over in this gloomy, pessimistic, doubtful place. Because this, you know, it's concern in this deck, but in other decks it's gloom and doubt or gloominess. This place where he can't concentrate on anything else. Then again, this can be a card of just like something's misinterpreted. That's what I'm hearing. Misinterpreted. So, yeah, man, this and how it goes for her, it could go on for a long time if she were to try to hold on. And she's probably thinking of the big picture. And I mean, look at these two cards right here together. He's really concerned about things getting out to the public is what I'm feeling here. And so maybe he offers her installment payments. You know, court-ordered installment payments that come out right away. Because there's something new here. There's something new here, and there's this offer here, and a lot of money here. This is a really good, you know, outcome. This is like your wishes come true card. And it could be a place that helps her heal somehow in her childhood wounding. There's that possibility too, that she's been carrying around for a long time on the soul level, because these two cards night together. And on the soul level, it's been painful, but there is an ending. And this achievement, a promotion, you know, this card has to do with being, it's like the Seven of Wands, or I'm sorry, Six of Wands in the tarot, where you do get recognized, you are seen, and you get to move on a higher plane of consciousness with this card. That's interesting. Okay, so let's let me reshuffle, and let me reshuffle and let's see how's it going to go for Flump. How will this Summer Zervos lawsuit go for Trump? Let's look at it from his angle. How will it go for Trump? Okay. Yep, he's going to court. we know that. It's risky. He's been on this for quite some time, moving in that direction. That might be him paying out. This could be an agreement here. Yeah, so of course he's not going to be locked up. I really think that card that was here for her, the imprisonment card, I really feel like it has to do with secrets coming out about him, and maybe something else that comes out about her that's painful. I don't know. But for him, he's headed in this direction. I can't say this is her, because she would have been the main woman and he would have been the main man. But this could be someone else. I don't know. I have a feeling that this could be any other woman that was beautiful and full of pleasure and all the good things in life. The younger woman that's... This could be somebody else that comes out and gives information, because this is the investigation card, and of course they're going to court. I think somebody else is going to come out and say something, and it could have been somebody even that worked for him. So I feel like someone else is going to come out and say something. And then with this card, it's the abundance card. So, but there's speculation, with this card as well. He's headed in that journey as to how much is it going to cost me? And, what's expected of him. He's trying to figure out. He is mulling over and trying to figure out. So now I think that, gloominess and doubt card, I think that was him. Or indicated part of what's going on. They're both mulling it over. She's going to end up trying to figure out what is a good number for her, because we can see it right here. These two cards night together, and he's planning on trying to change her life financially in some way, some big payout, some business contract that says shut up and here's what you get. I mean, this is the payout card. Like if you're looking to see how your lawsuit's going to go against somebody, or an insurance payout, or whatever you've got coming, you get this card. This is it. This is a card of getting what you want. But for him, so he's going to be paying out. He doesn't want to, but he has to because of this. And it puts him in this place of just a whole lot of stress and worry. Excuse me. Because, I really feel like that's going to be the thing for him that gets him in the end. He will be humiliated because he loses everything that he had, and he ties so much of his self-esteem to money that this is one of the biggest ways to get him. And here's the document that comes in. And it might be that there's a whole bunch of documents that come in to court, because this card is, this is movement, this is travel, this is the journey of the soul. But it is, like sometimes the journey to, getting into court, that does take a soul through some things that they never thought they were going to have to go through. See, he's used to just suing everyone else. That's his thing. That's his MO. And tying everything up in court to where it just goes around and around and around. You know, all the cogs in the wheels of the courts, the judicial system, they're all working. That'd be an interesting research project, is to figure out how many lawsuits, how many court cases, how much money has he wasted to the taxpayers, right? Or how much money has he cost the taxpayers, I should say. But with this card, this is literally the document that comes in, and it's like, oops, oops. And what does it cause? It causes him, this is my being, tortured with worry and stress. This is like the Nine of Swords in the tarot, but worse, because, even the dog is sad. I don't think he's ever going to be toiling in labor, but I think that this is, part of the whole situation, this journey that he's on, and maybe court cases in the future, even though they have stacked the courts, they've put in 200 Republican judges into the court system. But I'm thinking at some point that, well, there are dirty judges that take bribes. But I'm thinking at some point there's enough of them to stand up and say, when things come through across their bench, they're going to bring through this type of a situation with him, which is sad. Sad news is normally the name of this card. Sometimes, so it's crisis. It's letting go. It's a card of confronting something that's painful that you don't want to see or have happen. It's like the Five of Cups with a disappointment, but doesn't bring in it could be, someone's death, but not usually. Not in this deck, unless we had like the coffin right here. But no, it's more that I'm feeling this is a document that comes in. And it comes in from up here, here, and here. Well, so the document would have to be, you got to pay out, dude. He doesn't want to. And then with this card, this is some business partnership. This could cause problems with his marriage, of course. Of course, and of course, because obviously he was married to Melania when this happened, right? And it may cause her to... Because, we don't know. Melania could have been his handler all this time, and we don't know. Maybe he's been a confidential informant, and that's the reason why he's been kind of protected and kind of safe. I don't know. The only thing I do know is that, his first wife, Ivana, her father was in the, FSB. So basically the Russian foreign intelligence. So he like married into that, and he came from the Russian, his father was involved in the Russian mafia. So all that's been going on for years and years and years. So Melania knows everything. And she may have been his handler for all we know. And if that's the case, she's going to be wanting to re-up some type of an agreement that she had. Because this is what causes the sadness, is like, oops, now you get some other document, and he's like, oh, this again? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. Just for, what's that term? I can't say it out loud. Well, I can. Shits and giggles. To quote one of my sons, who's my firefighter son, used to always say that all the time. Let's use a deck of character. Choose this little puppy and see. Let's look at another angle of how is it gonna go for Flump. How's it gonna go for Flump? How will this Summer Zervos lawsuit against him affect his life, affect him? Okay, two off the bottom, which may or may not matter, but okay, here we go. course. Wow. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah. And there will be a reckoning, that's for sure. Okay. Let me see if the two off the bottom even go with this. I don't know. Yeah, that method doesn't always work for me. So the theme is he's going to have some repair work to do, especially in his relationship with Melania. Yeah, the only thing, he's planting more seeds and sowing, you reap what you sow. Well, he's just been sowing a lot of pain in his marital bedroom. Ugh, I thought of that. Ugh, never mind. Sorry I said that. Don't even go there. But he's possessed. He's got this dark energy. And I'm sure she does too. I'm sure she does too. That is just such an obstacle that, of course, to repair his soul, he's gonna have to go through a lot of pain. He's gonna have to go through the tears that need to be shed in order to heal his soul. I don't know if he's ever going to do that, because these cards weighing down on this in this lifetime, I don't know if he's going to do it, because this row up here weighs down on what's going on here. There's an obstacle to him feeling his pain. There's an obstacle because he's numb. And all he does is plant seeds into more. I mean, he is a weirdo. This is him. He's the demonic weirdo. And he does plant these seeds. How it's going to go for him, I think we're seeing what's going to come out in the depositions. I think she's going to talk about the fact that because I've always believed that he drank and used drugs at the same time. I mean, I just think, an addictive personality is an addictive personality, and they'll go for whatever's close by. So that's what these two cards, this has to do with his healing. He's going to have to do a lot of dancing to heal in the universal consciousness of, in his soul. Wow. Okay. But anyway, I feel like this is talking about the past. I think this spread is showing us what's going to come out in the deposition. And she's going to be talking about how she probably was blocked by him and held in, and he was either drunk or on drugs. And then, because we know he's always used Coke and Adderall. And then just does these awful things with other people. And I think that this is what will be vomited up into. We will get to see this. We'll get to see how he attacked her, or we'll get to know about it. She will speak. The depositions will reveal what he did to her. And then, the truth comes out. This is like the judgment card in the tarot. And look at this. I mean, just this, right into where his sexuality is, right into his sexuality, this, demonic energy of, it's like, it's brought to my attention because I haven't gotten through the whole video yet. Oh, no, wait, I did. It just took me a couple of two or three nights when I had some spare time. I watched Cash Peters' video about, he was talking a little bit about the Pluto return, and then of course I had to do a really long comment because about that, because he didn't have it completely right, and I think it was a little alarming to people about the future of America, and so I had to say something about that. But one of my dear viewers, Cheryl McLemore, she said, yeah, you remember, because Cash was talking about Trump, I think. I can't remember what brought it up, but it made a lot of people remember that time when he was on, during the debate with Hillary. I think it was the second debate, where he was literally like stalking her. He was walking around behind her in the predatory, if I can find the card I used to always get for him in his readings. It's the lion. And in the way he stalked her on stage. You guys remember that? And I kept thinking, like, turn around. Tell that guy to back off, This card right here. I used to always get this card for Trump when I did readings for him. And it took me a long time to figure out this is the predatory nature of... If I would have just read the little book, I would have gotten the guidance. But no, I had to do it the hard way. I always let the cards teach me. But anyway, with the exception of the tarot, I studied that crazy. But anyway, with his predatory nature, this is what's inside of him. This is him. And that needs to be repaired before his soul can have any type of rebirth. So this is what will come out in the awareness of, for everyone to know, anyone that cares to read the deposition that comes out. It'll be a part of public record because that's the way it goes. Anything can be looked up. And if that, Access Hollywood tape was leaked, you can imagine how fast this will come out, because things aren't, we're in this place in our evolution. And the transits, the astrological transits that I'm seeing, is that things will not be hidden anymore. Things will just be coming out one thing after another. So it's like, hold on to your seatbelts or stock up in the popcorn or snacks or whatever stuff, because it's coming out. And this is what's coming out for him. Now, this can be a really good card if you're reading for yourself, because this could be your unique, creative genius, and we're all unique, but that's not what I'm getting here with this one. He's got to get past this obstacle of being seen as this weirdo predator that just vomits on women and tries to take whatever he wants, and and I feel like he's a rapist. These two cards right here spell rapist to me. Do you not get that? I get that. And he's going to be, it's like, cry me a river. I don't have the river card here, but cry me a river, and that's just going to be on fire in him. The fire can cleanse, it can purge, but the way it's going to affect him, I think this is in his marriage, and this is going to come in. This has been in his marriage. Of course she doesn't really love him. Of course it was a transactional relationship. She might have in the beginning, I don't know. I honestly think she never did, and I think it was a transactional relationship from the get-go. And if she ever got angry, I'm sure she did get angry at him for cheating on her. It's just because of her pride. She didn't want that other people knowing those things. So, anyway, that's what I'm getting here with this one. Mountains of tears. Sowing the seeds to let it be known, because the seeds are being put out. The sun is shining on the judgments against him, and he's just sowing more seeds to be, for people to see what a weirdo he is that way. He's a child. He's still stuck in that 13-year-old place where he got sent away to military school. On the maturity level, he's probably still 13 years old. And in other areas of his soul, he's probably 2. So as an adult, he will have to suffer humiliation, and maybe that will cleanse his soul at some point. I don't know. In this lifetime, I don't know. So, okay, I'm thoroughly disgusted. I'm going to take some deep breaths and get this uploaded for you guys. And send you lots of love, big hugs, and take good care. Bye.